All right, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday to you all. Today is a dark and wintry day in Pittsburgh. Once again, yesterday was this way too. Hey Dave, hey Glad, thanks for joining, man. Been thinking about you. Hope you're doing well today. Hello Sharon, welcome. Good to see you guys today. Hi there Violet, thank you for joining. Happy Tuesday everybody. Hi Rebecca. Sharon. It is Originals Day, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. Hope your week is going well so far. Hi there Gary, welcome. No Instagram today. My fourth phone died, so today I've just got YouTube and Facebook and Periscope again. Hey there, Catherine. Wintry, I know. Seriously wintry. I had to step out for a little bit today, and it was cold. Man. Mr. Bailey. Hey, matey. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. All right, Originals, guys, and I haven't done strummy stuff in a while, so I'm going to do some strummy stuff today. I think I'm going to start out with, let me do this. Let me start out with, this is called Do Me a Favor. Do I want to start out with that? Maybe I'll end with that. You know what? I'm going to start with this one. This is an old one. Going back to the my second album, I guess. But I wrote it very soon after the first album. It was one of the first ones. It's called The Way It Ought to Be, and I was really trying to combine melody and strumming, kind of for the first time for me to do strumming and have the melody be a big part of it. So here we go. This is The Way It Ought to Be, and happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for joining. Called The Way It Ought to Be. And hello to everybody who joined during that. Hi there, Ziggy from the UK. Hey, so nice for you to stop in. Thanks for finding me on Reddit. I appreciate it very much. And John, Mr. Guilford from Chicago, thank you for being here. Sandra, hi there. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, good to see so many of you coming in. Hey, y'all, Sandra. And Julie, good to have you here today. Glad you could make it. Christine, hey, glad you liked it. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so today is my All Originals Day. I do this every day. If you haven't seen me before, always at 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and Tuesdays are my Originals Day. So today is all original music from me, and doing some stuff I haven't done in a little while. I kind of feel like a strumming mood today, so I kind of feel like doing some of this strumming stuff. And let me see. You know what? I haven't done. I haven't done Montage in a while. Let me do this. No. You know what? I'm gonna do me a favor and then Montage. I think I'll end up. Christine from Maine. Hey, tuned in. Boy, it's gotta be cold up there. And I know Julie's cold where she is too. Stay warm, everybody. I'm trying to stay inside as much as I possibly can today. That's my modus today. You know what? I'm gonna try this one. I haven't done the special one in a while. It's called "Forged in the Fire," and it's a song that I wrote for friends of mine for their wedding. It was actually the recessional, and I haven't played this in but it's always been kind of a favorite of mine. I wrote it. Hey there, Shawn. Good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate that, Mr. Shawn. Thanks for being here. Julie, battling cold. Yes. Awesome, Shawn, man. Hope you enjoy this one. Hope I remember it. So this is called "Forged in the Fire," and I wrote a lot of it in Yosemite National Park. My wife and I were taking a trip across the United States, and I wrote this in a lot of campfires, and especially in Yosemite. We were there for about 4 days, and I worked on most of the song there. So I tried to remember it for you guys. So here we go. Forged in the Fire, and everyone who's in Maine and/or Minnesota, stay warm. Here we go. Forged in the Fire. Forged in the Fire. Again, that was a song that I wrote for two friends having a wedding. And the wedding actually took place at the end of this cross-country trip. My wife and I were on the road for about 6 weeks and gone to Yosemite. And Gary, I should play that one more often. I will try, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shawn, that's awesome. You're close to Yosemite. You should definitely go as soon as you can. 4 hours is not that far in California. Thanks, Shawn. Thank you, John. Thanks very much, guys. Hey there, Bill. Thank you. Mr. Brett, good to see you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so at the very end of this 6-week trip was the wedding, and so I was working on this recessional as we were driving around the country. I kind of had a deadline, but had plenty of time around the campfire, so brings back some memories of that. Julie, yes, Chuck was here today. He got in trouble. He's slinking in the corner. So I kind of want to keep my strummy, kind of feeling the strums today. No, you know what? I'm gonna do a walk in the park. I always have fun with this one, and then I'll get back to some strumming. I think I got time to do a little handful for you guys. If you haven't seen me before, again, I do this every day at 5 p.m. Eastern. Last week I was off. I was out and about in various places, including Thanksgiving, family stuff. This week I'll be here every day, including Friday when I broadcast from downtown Pittsburgh. Tomorrow is Beatles Day, so 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow is Beatles. But let me do this is another song of my own called "A Walk in the Park." Kind of a favorite of mine. A little finger picking. I know Mr. McLean likes finger picking, so this one's going out to you, Dave. It's A Walk in the Park. Ahmad, love from Pakistan. Hey, welcome, Ahmad. Very nice to have you. Thank you for joining. It's great to hear from Pakistan. Thank you. Walk in the Park. a walk in the park. Thanks for all the kind words, everyone. You're very kind. Thank you, Brett. Glad you like that. And Ziggy, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate that. Very, very much. Glad you dig the style. Thanks. And Shawn, I appreciate everything you do, man. Very much appreciate that. Hope I can play for you live again before too long. That you're across the country. Hope I get there soon. Violet taking y'all with me on your walk in the park. Oh, I hope so. That sounds great. Ahmad, glad you found that soothing, Ahmad. That's really nice to hear. All right, I'm going to do another strumming one for you, and then I'm going to check my time. Again, I'll be back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Playing Beatles songs for you. I have a new Beatles video coming out very soon, by the way. I think it's one that I played maybe last week. No, not last week, a couple weeks ago. Maybe I'll have to play it again, but that'll be coming out soon. Along with more Christmas stuff. I've got a lot of, I've been doing a lot of my, tabbing a lot of my Christmas arrangements that I've done before, but I haven't made tabs, so I'll be doing more videos too. So more Christmas music too, if you guys need to hear that. All right, here we go. Let me do, this is called Do Me a Favor. This is going back to my very first album, which I recorded when I lived in Mexico. I lived in Oaxaca, Mexico for 5 years, and that's where I started doing this kind of style. This is it's an earlier song of mine called "Do Me a Favor." It has a little bit of flamenco in it, a little bit of a Latin feel. So hope you like this one. Thanks for being with me, guys. Very much appreciate it. Old song on my own, and I got time to do one more for you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and hey, so nice to hear the love from Algeria. Thank you very much. You're very kind. You've been playing for 8 years. I've been playing for about 30 years. So I've been playing for about 4 times as long as you. And yes, thanks, Violet. Yeah, I do have a lot of tutorials on YouTube. When I'm done here, I'll post a link to them there on Facebook, so you can see it and go to my YouTube channel and see. I've got a lot of a lot of tutorials there. So yeah, as soon as I'm done here, I'll post that for you. But thank you for the kind words. Thanks for listening and tuning in from Algeria. That's great. We've got people from all over the world on here. I love it. Thank you, Ziggy. Oh, Shawn, you're moving to San Francisco next year. Oh, that's awesome, man. I love San Francisco. I lived there. I lived there for 10 years, actually. And Ziggy, you play fingerstyle too. Glad to hear that. Welcome. Always great to meet a fellow fingerstylist along with Shawn. All right, guys, time for one more. This is called Montage. Even earlier song than the last one, but from my first album. Though I re-recorded it for one of my most recent albums. Is this the one I want to do? Yeah, let me do a Montage. Another Latin flavored one for you, kind of old one. Yeah, let me do this one for you. Next week I'll play some more newer stuff, newer stuff for you. And tomorrow I'll play Beatles. Shawn, you gotta run. Thanks for tuning in, man. See you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. See you. Thanks again. All right, last song. This is called Montage. And yep, I'll be back again playing Beatles at 5 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining me. Very much appreciate that. Hope I can play for you again real soon. Richard, a bit of warm sunshine for those of us freezing the UK. Thank you, Richard. Glad I appreciate that. John, glad you could tune in too. All right, everyone stay warm, especially in the UK. You guys are probably colder than any of us, including those of us in Maine and Minnesota. I gave me a push to play more. Hey, that's great. You're interested about learning music theory. That's great. That's great to hear. So good luck to you with the guitar. And yes, as soon as I'm done, I'll post a link to some of the tutorials that I have on YouTube. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow.